Hi moms and dads, I'm Dana Winner, and I've been teaching your children how to be safe and secure online. This is what we might call cybersecurity. I'd like to tell you some of the things that I've been telling them, and I'd like to encourage you to take responsibility for your children in cyberspace, or what we usually call the internet. The most important thing, I would like to encourage you to always know what your children are doing online, on the internet. You should know all of the websites they're going to. You should know about their account information, their login names and passwords. You should have all of them stored in a safe place. And they shouldn't be going any place online that you don't know about, just as they don't go any place in their country without you knowing where they're going. So let me please encourage you to always know what your children are doing online in cyberspace. What I've been teaching them is to have very safe and secure passwords. That's one of the most difficult things to do. Each password for each account should be unique. That means you don't use the same password for more than one account. Also, each password should be at least 13 characters, have at least one uppercase, at least one lowercase, also at least one number and one special character. That's pretty complicated, isn't it? So I recommend that you should use a password manager. A password manager is software that will help you to generate safe and secure passwords, store them safely, and all of these are protected by one master password. That master password is a very complex one. You should be able to remember one master password that's very complex and follows all the rules that I just gave you. Then all of your passwords are stored securely and safely so that you don't have to remember all of them. That's just my recommendation to you. Also, and by the way, I do that myself. So that's how I keep my passwords. Very, very complex, very, very safe and secure, and nobody can get to them because I have the master password. Another thing I'd like to encourage you to do is to never allow your children to put their personal information online. Personal information means their full name, their age, their gender, their phone number, their home address, where do they go to school, or any place that they go to frequently. Any place that they go, they should not be putting it online so that nobody can track them and find them there. Don't put email addresses online, and of course don't put passwords online. Also, there's no reason for young people to put their picture online. They can use instead what we call an avatar, which is a cartoon or a symbol that they can use to identify themselves instead of using their picture as their identifying information. Now, why are we recommending these safety precautions? Well, the first reason is we don't want people to be tracking them online and make meetings with them, either with their agreement or not with their agreement. You know, there's a lot of very bad people who are using the internet to make meetings with young people for very, very bad reasons, bad motivations. So we don't want that happening. But another thing we don't want people to do is to use your child's personal information to pretend to be your child. We don't want them to have information that makes it easier for them to hack, or as we might say, break into any of their accounts and then pretend to be your child. If somebody breaks into your child's email account, they can easily send an email message to you or to other people pretending to be your child. That has two negative results. The first one is to make your child look as though they're doing something wrong. But the other problem is that people might trust that email, and the hacker or the bad person might put a malware or a virus into that email and cause somebody to click on it and to get malware onto their computer. Of course, there's many other things that you have to be doing to protect yourself online. But this is the first lesson. We call it the privacy lesson. And this lesson is provided by a very good organization called ISC Squared. The long name for that organization is International Information Systems Security Certification Consortium. So with such a long name, you can see why we prefer to call it ISC Squared. They have set up an organization, a foundation, that is focused on cybersecurity education. This is the very first project that they've engaged in to create cybersecurity education materials for young people. This cybersecurity education program is featuring Garfield the cat, which the kids love, and it tells the story of Garfield and his friends getting into trouble online and learning a very important lesson, which is online friends are not the same as real friends. So we hope that you will work with us to help your children to be safe and secure online.